Hello guys, today I am back with another exercise. So before entering the exercise, I would like to thank the subscriber. I can see the number of viewers for especially SolidWorks series. So that will be help to doing the further videos. So I would like to thank everyone who are all supporting us. Please stay with us. We can continue updating the installation steps. So in coming up weeks. So please stay with us. Do support us. So before entering the exercise, I would like add one more point here. So in previous video, I have explored multiple features to create the single component. So in coming up videos, I will not comparing that in between features difference. So I will teach how quickly we complete the component, complete the designs. So we can see. So in that method, it's work out because you have explored the further features explosion that will be help to us. So if you have a doubt, if you have some comments, need to change, what are the things you have to change, or you have a suggestion, you just share with us in a comment box. If you have a question also, you just share with us in the comment box. We have a reply. So I can in community. I just expecting that comments. At least it is okay or need to change the method to teaching. So that will help to me to giving back to in a better. So today's sessions, I will choose this component. It's like a wheel, right? It's a cylindrical component. So as usual, here they given the four views, including that isometric views. So I can see top view, front view, and side view, right? So today I have exploring that new features like a revolve component. So for a revolve feature, especially for cylindrical components. So see how we do the designs with help of a revolve feature. Okay. So here as usual, so I can see the four views including the isometric view. So each view it shows a different dimension, right? So specific dimensions. How one view it shows a section view, another two will show the complete solid view, right? So first of all, we have to create the solid. How to create the total solid. The solid is nothing but it's a complete component. So this whole and other cutouts will be a additional removing features, right? First of all, you have to add up the material and remove the whatever you need the features, right? So it's a simple, right? So we can create with the help of extrude bus, right? So simply we have to add the outer diameter. How to with the you just create with a circle with the help of outer diameter, and you just add up the material and remove the excess, right? That will be easy to create the component. So instead of that extrude bus, we can use it that revolve, right? Revolve component, revolve features. So generally that cylindrical component is called a revolve component. So why it's called revolve component means, so see, one of its replicate to another half. Okay. So one of cross section will be replicating to another cross. So no need to do the same work in another side. You just draw the one of cross section. It will be completely based on the axis. It will be completely add up the material in a 360 degree. So that is the revolve feature. So let's see how it's work on this one, right? So here the given the dimensions related views, you just cross it. This is a section view. In that section view we can see that in between in between metal is there, and other two sides have some metal removal. Okay, so in between material they have 10 mm, the outer diameter they given 250, and then the inner thickened diameter will be a 234, right? So we see how it's what are things need to do for a revolve, right? As usual, we go for SolidWorks, and SolidWorks part. See the reference. This is our exercise. So I just drawing this off only. This off only. Okay. So in this off, I can see what are things is there. So I just drawing the same shape. Okay. So here I am choosing the front view. You just start with the center line because it's must need for a revolve. Okay. So I will start with that. So if you have some confusion, the center line should be the infinite line. So that it will also it helpful. So infinity horizontal, make it a center. Again vertical, make it a center. Okay. So start with that. Start with like that. So I will start with only the half of portion, right? So with help of so like that only is the right. I'm just drawing the half of the section. So same will be replicating to opposite, right? So we just define that define the sketch with help of dimensions. Okay. So first I will be fixing this outer dimensions. Okay. Outer diameter they are giving 270. 270 from the center to this line. This I have the radius. If you go other side means it will be connected to diameter. So this will be a 270, the outer diameter, and then the thickness of this plate will have 234. So this I have 234, and next they're giving in they're giving the dimension of 100. This one, right? The inner circle have the diameter of 100. Okay, just fix it. This one have 100, and next they given the diameter 40 is the in between whole diameter. Okay, so I just fixing this one have 40. Okay, so next we have to fix the thickness of the wheel as well as that in inter between the cut. Okay, so first I have to fix the thickness. Okay, so here the given 10 mm material is there in between. Okay, so we have only that information only. Another thing they have one more information is the thickness of wheel. So inner have the thickness is 40, that overall outer will have 38. Okay, so I have to fix this one have 38 and this one have 40, right? Yes, sorry, 36 and 40. 36. Okay, So they have the in between material is 10 mm. So one thing you have to check it in while doing in a revolve. Okay, while doing a revolve sketch, if you have the diameter, you just use it with the help of a center line. You just convert in a diameter. Okay, so most of case we have to doing within the radius only. So that will goes wrong. You just check it that one. So okay, you say you can think like I said you just draw the half of this side, half of the cross section. So I did only that in half I will do the one half, right. So same thing will be replicating opposite side. So I have to mirror it. So no need to do the multiple walk. So why you are doing mirror means further you have to change some things that will be help. So keep on changing the dimensions or other things that will be help. So that's why we are doing that mirror. For avoiding the error, we just go for the mirror option. So I'm doing that. So and one more, why these two I am not mirrored? I mean this vertical, this one of I did. So I just adjusting that relation. Why I am not doing that mirror means. So if you mirror means that two entity will be connecting here. That will be considered as open. Okay, that is a separate part. Okay, so we are not doing the separate things. We just doing the one of the cross section. Okay, so here I mention in a randomly. I mean I'm not fixing the dimension. I just keep it in a random. So later I will be just giving the relation with the point merge. Okay, so same thing also here also same thing. So already I did the relation with the coincidence in a central line. I just removing the coincidence. I just merge with the end point. Okay, so as we said I just creating one of cross section, one half of cross section. Okay, so I finished that one off. So in previous video also I mentioned no need to add any other markup means additional features like fillet and what are the holes, no need to add in while creating in a solid. Okay, so I just created half of the section. You just cross check with dimensions. So they giving the 270 outer and the thickness of outer will be a 234. Inner circle have 100, right? Inner have 100 and thickness will be a 38 of the outer circle and 40 of the inner circle, and in between 10 mm material is there, right? Fine. So I just exiting the sketch and go for a feature revolve base or a boss. Okay, so here the first box will be a axis of revolution. So based on which axis how to revolve the sketch, that is the first box. Okay, so I am choosing the based on the vertical axis you have to rotate, I mean you have to add up the material. Okay, so I am just fixing that vertical axis. See here showing the preview. So based on that vertical they will be adding 360. So in direction 1 and 2, what is the direction 1 and 2 means? We have to control the adding material. Okay, suppose I am just choosing, you just add the material up to 240. So that will be adding 240. It's a one direction. Okay, so the arrow will be showing the direction of adding material. So I am here, I am choosing like 6, you just add the 60, another direction one more 60. So we can add up like this. Okay, so that is the direction 1 and 2. So what about the thin feature? So So thin feature is nothing but you just adding the, so without thin features it will be adding the whole material. So whatever we create that close boundary, that will be added in all close boundary, it will be added the material. Okay. So in thin feature you giving the thickness of your sketch line. Okay. So each entity you are giving the thickness. So I am just giving the 1 mm thickness, it will be creating like this. See, if you are giving the 1 mm, so whatever the thickness value, you the thin feature added on each sketches, each entity. Okay, it will be creating like this. See, this is the difference. We can use it like a thin feature. We can control the direction, I mean up to the limit. So based on that, we can use it the revolve features. Okay, I said in whatever the given the cross section, you just draw the one of cross section. Okay, completely you draw the one of cross section. Based on the axis, they will be revoluting. Based on the direction, you can choose it the axis. It will be add up the material. Okay, so selected contour is nothing but if you have the multiple boundaries, I mean multiple contours, you can choose it which boundary you have to adding the material, how to create the material, you just choose it here. So that is the selected feature. Okay, so this is the option we have in a revolve. Okay, so simply we can create it like this. See, so in single feature we can create the whole solid. Okay, so next step is we need to add the hole. So here the four hole is the, each have the 30 mm diameter is the, and that pitch circle is 160 they given. Okay, so first I just removing the material for hole. So you can use it like extrude cut or hole wizard. Okay, so in that I will choosing that extrude cut. In coming up video I will explore the hole wizard option. Okay, so as usual we go for a sketch in top face. Okay, control it is a normal view. So first I will start with the circle. With circle they given 160. This circle is nothing but your reference diameter, right? So that will be not in an entity, I mean a full entity. You just convert in a construction or reference line. Okay. So if you drawn in a usual sketch, means you need to convert in a reference line, right? For construction is the converting to reference. Okay. So if you coming in a data line, it's converted to reference. Okay, it's not a countable, it only the reference. Okay, so next I just start with the center line because all holes will be 90-degree only. Okay, if you go for with the center line, it will be easy to find the location. That's why each one have 30 mm diameter, right? So I just fixed that 30 mm. Here also the each hole have same diameter. So as usual I said you just copy that. So here two pattern is there. One is the linear pattern, another one is a circular pattern. Okay. So here there is no option use it with linear sketch pattern, right? So we need to in a circular manner. So go for a circular sketch pattern. So first one is the parameter. So based on which parameter we need to pattern it. Parameter is nothing but your first box will be your center point or center line. That is your reference. Okay. Based on which center you need to revolve it. Okay. So I am just choosing this center will be a exact center. Based on that only how to rotate it. Okay, and entity to pattern. So which entity you have to pattern it? The circular will be the entity. I just choosing that circular, it will be showing the preview. Okay, and here also have to control the entity as well as the degree changes. So here I mentioned 360 in equal spacing. That means each whatever they are giving the number, it will be 360 divided by whatever you are giving the numbers. Okay, I am giving 6, it will be automatically calculate whatever the 6 means, it's come up with the 60, right? So if we go for a 4 means it come up with a 1990. Okay, so if you click on the equal spacing, it will be automatically calculate and split it in whatever you are giving the value. Okay. So suppose I have to skip one of your entity. Suppose I don't want this entity means you have to skip it in whatever you giving the pattern also. Okay, you just go for instance to skip. So you can choose which instance you have to skip. Okay, suppose I want to skip this instance, you just click on the point means you have to. Suppose that box will be entered means this instance will be skipped. So that is the option for instance to skip. So here we don't want any instance to skip. I just remove the entity. I just click on OK. So here are two more boxes is there, nothing but dimension radius as well as dimension angular spacing. So nothing but if I choosing this box, so each instance you have to control the dimensions. So that is the dimension of angular spacing as well as the dimension of radius. Okay. So here I am not go for a other option because equal spacing is better for me. Just click on it. Okay. See, dimension radius is nothing but whatever we mentioned in circular sketch pattern in box. So we just click on that dimension radius. That's why it's added the dimension of instance. Okay. So already I mentioned here that reference. So no need to add one more reference. Okay, I just remove the reference. Still it's not constraint, right? See, so only constraint constraint with the main circle. So whatever pattern circle is still it's under defined only. It's not fully defined. Okay. See, if it is not fully defined, you just drag it. See, the center parameter is not fixed on the center point. Okay, you just click and move it in a center. It's fully constrained. Okay, so first I just finished that sketch. Just go for with help of extrude cut feature, you just removing the whole material. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we just created that whole what did they given in exercise. So each have the 30 diameter, right? So I have created one of circle. So the same thing will be replicating all other for instance, right? So I already told you just use it the mirror and sketch pattern for avoiding that errors. Okay. So and easy to complete the model. So suppose I have to manually creating the sketch means you need to fix the angle as well as we have to maintain the same things. Okay, so instead of doing that one, we go for a sketch patterns. Okay, so here two sketch pattern is there. One is your linear sketch pattern, another one is circular sketch pattern. So linear, obviously linear is not useful in that sketch. Okay, you go for a circular sketch pattern. In circular sketch pattern, first box will be a reference point. Okay, based on which point we have to revolve the sketch. Okay, So I am just fixing based on the center only, it's rotating, right? So I just choosing this point because I need circle entity will mean on same reference. Okay, so the reference also started in a same point. Okay, you just choosing this point will be a reference, and which entity you have to pattern it. So I'm choosing this circle will be a pattern to entity, sorry, entity to pattern. Okay, so another thing, so this box, what are the boxes, multiple boxes is there? No, I just explore what is that. So here based on suppose we don't have an exact point, you have the value for each axis. So x axis have some distance, so y axis have some distance, means you have the distance calculation, means you just go for a x direction have 10 mm, for example x direction have 10 mm, y direction have 10 mm, means based on the center point it's moving the parameter center, parameter reference. Okay, so and this one angular means as usual previously I mentioned, right? Suppose I am just choosing 240, within 240 based on the instance it will be calculating equally within the 240. Okay, why? Because here I mentioned equally spacing. Okay, suppose I am unchecking the equally spacing, each have 80-80. Okay, right now I am just choosing each have 90-90, so it will be each instance angle distance. Okay, each instance angle spacing. So you can choose it like this, or else in full 360, I am choosing the based on the instance it will be automatically calculated. Okay, so and another box is dimension radius. Dimension radius is nothing but, so if you don't have already I have created the pitch circle diameter, that means the reference. Instead of creating, sorry, instead of whatever without reference also we can create the pattern. Okay, so in that you have to fix that distance, right? So that's why we are using the dimension radius. I will show you. Already I have click on that check on that dimension radius box, and this one is dimension angular spacing. Dimension angular spacing is nothing but not a equal spacing. Okay, you can choose it. Suppose each one have 85, means it will be showing up. Okay, so dimension angular spacing is nothing, each one have 85. I have given 85, it will be replicating here also like this, that references. Okay, so okay, I just showing like this only, it's showing that numbers, so how much it is, and display instant count, whatever the instant is there, no, whatever I'm giving 4 5, it will be displaying on here. That one also I'm just click on that, check on the box. And another one is there instance skip. Suppose I have to skip this particular entity, means you can, so that's why the instance skip is there. So suppose I want to I don't want this whole, means I mean this instant I don't want, means we then just skip it like this. So as per the sketch we don't have, we don't no need to skip that. I just removing, just I'm just telling what is the option is there. Okay, see, I said for dimensioning spacing, so each instant have 90-degree spacing, and number of count will be 4. Suppose I am increasing or decreasing the count also, it will be reduced. So no need to go for again pattern option. You can control the instance and number of instance as well as the spacing also. Here you can control it. Okay, and dimension radius is nothing, already I said here already I create the references. If you don't have reference also you can fix it like this. Okay, why it's showing, means you can control it here itself. So that's why it's showing that suppose I want to edit, this will be each one have 60 and number of instance will be 6. I am choosing means it's automatically adding. Okay, so no need to go for again the option. Okay, here also, here itself you can control it, so that's why it's showing. Okay, so everything is fine, still it's under defined, right? So this instance still it's not defined. Suppose it's not defined any instance, you just click and drag it. You just click and drag it. See, the center parameter is not fixed, right? Still it's moving, it's not fixed. You just click and fix it the center parameter. See why it's showing the over defined mean. Already I fixed this, the reference will be 160. One more again the dimension is there. That's why it's showing the over defined. I just remove one of dimension. Okay, so still okay. So it's fully defined. The sketch is completed. So with help of extrude cut, I just removing this whole portion. Go for a extrude cut. Up to next, I am giving the end condition. So I just remove that whole. Okay. So almost we complete that sketch. Whatever the here the mentioned features. So only pending is the fillet, right? So each corner they giving 3 mm radius, right? The outer also it's 3 mm here not mentioned. So each have 3 mm radius. So go for a 3D fillet. So first as usual the cylindrical fillet only. Okay, it's a constant size fillet only. So I just choosing that. So every corner have the fillet. Just choosing that every corner. So fillet radius will be a 3 mm. That's it. So how to verify our designed component with the excess dimensions and everything, how to verify, right? So you can verify like verify with if you click that whatever you, if you click that features as well as the sketch means it's showing that dimensions. Okay, you can verify like this, or simply you just click it means it's showing the dimension. If you want to edit here itself you can edit it. Particularly you have to modify something, how to rearrange the sketch means you go for a edit sketch, okay, or edit features. So that is the option you have to verify. The same thing how to verify in cross section with your model as well as the given sheet. Excel sheet means the given section view, right? You just section it whether it will be exactly in a center or not. You just find it like this. Okay. Go for a section, make it normal. The same thing will be replicating here, right? For a dimension wise you can't see it in direct manner. You just click it means it's showing the dimension. Okay, so this is the option to see that or verifying that your sketch. So that's it. If you want to verify it in a vertical also, you just rotate it and make it in a normal. See, so almost we finished that model. So I have explained how to verify also. You just compare with the given view. So that is a easy method to verify the model it's correct or not. Okay. So hope you enjoy the session. Still have a doubt, you need to ask something, you just comment it in the comment box. Further suggestion also I will expecting. So if it is if it is fine, you just share with your friend. It is helpful, you just share with your friends. So that will help to us. Thanks for the support and keep on watch it. The SolidWorks intermediate session is going on, as well as that installation also steps is given in coming up videos. So just stay with us. Thank you. See you on next exercise.